What is up, everyone? We're back again today with some more Guild Wars. Special hello to Lavender Cube for popping up in the chat super early. I'm so glad your day has been like alright and very slow, quiet type of day. That's good. Yeah, I hope your day's been like a little bit better. Yeah, I heard it wasn't going like overly swell this morning. Our day's been pretty good so far. Yeah, we finished up just stream. We smashed. I'm Sean Connery all of a sudden. Lord, it's getting late. But yeah, we finished up some of Jess's bread that she made. It was amazing. Then we went out, did grocery shopping. That was a solid like 2 hours out of our day. Yeah, and we've dropped fat stacks at the grocery store. You know, inflation is an absolute joy. But yeah, we basically got back. Sorry, the stream was pushed back a little bit. We had some pizza as well, some homemade pizzas, so those were great. Because yeah, I want to have like a reasonable meal tonight because I'm getting my wisdom tooth out tomorrow morning, so I'm going to be on soft foods for a little while longer after that. But yeah, so been a pretty good day so far. Tomorrow's going to be a little bit sussy, but hey, that's all right. The dentist loves me. But tonight we're going to be on our alt account for a little bit. So this is our poor account, the one that doesn't have as much stuff. We have done enough fractals and we have spent enough time doing the Living World story. We can almost be basically at the point where we can finish off our Heal Firebrand gear set. So we'll be doing that tonight, then dragging it through some fractals. So super keen for that. Lavender Cube says you're so early because you hadn't seen the delay at first. Ah, perfect. See, that was the big brain move right there. That is entirely why we did the delay. You're welcome. Okay, so we have to wander over to our bank guild over here. A while ago I set up an entire guild effectively for just Jess and I and for my alt accounts here. These are all different versions of me here, except for Fennekin, that one's Jess. But yeah, I basically got this guild just so I can use it as my own personal bank and transfer stuff between accounts super quickly. So I was on my main account a little bit early. Another reason it was very good that I actually pushed the stream back is I had to like craft a lot of things on my main account to send them over because my main account is where the money is. And this account, it only has like 34 gold on at the moment, and that's after I sent it like 40 gold from my main account just to buy some things. So let's just grab all this. Oh, I can't double click. I have to drag. This is sad. But yeah, this is like very useful because like there's other like currencies you can earn on alt accounts for like just like playing through the game regularly. One of the main ones being like spirit shards here, which you can use. You can like convert them to gold in certain ways, and rather than them sort of sitting there and being a dead currency on my alt accounts, I can like send things over on my main, convert them like to gold, send it back. It is reasonably profitable. So if anyone is wondering whether or not they should get their own separate guild just for like a guild bank, would recommend. It's very useful. Okay, we've got all our agony infusions there. Those are like a lot. If I go buy more at the trading post, this is like the worst part about gearing up a new character for fractals. And the trading post is like broken. That's all right. It usually does that. Usually the first time I like boot into the game. That's all right. Trust me when I say they're expensive. That's right. Lavender, how has the preparation for the move been going? I think you mentioned earlier you're like moving in August, and yeah, Jess and I have like moved a fair few times in the last few years, and the prep for moving sucks. So hopefully it's going okay for you. Okay, so I've got all my materials now, and now I need to pop back over to one of the crafting disciplines. Give away map prompt, you're not helpful. So I think I have my armor smith on this account. So let's see if I can remember what I need to craft. I do have a window hidden off on my other screen somewhere that tells me what I need to do, but let's see if I can work from memory. You're saying you're definitely not putting off cleaning and playing games instead? Respect, I can totally relate to that. I remember when Jess and I were like living in an apartment, I was probably about, it was more recent, but it was probably about 3 years ago. Yeah, I lived there for like 8-9 years for all my uni years, and Jess had been living there with me for quite a while. Thank you so much to the follow Unique Mind. Love the name. It's so good to have you here. I hope you enjoy the stream. But yeah, let's see. What was I saying? The movers are coming tomorrow to survey the house and see how much stuff we have to move. Fair enough. Yeah, the physical act of just like getting everything into the truck is like a nightmare. But like the couple weeks leading up to us moving out of the apartment, we were like just gradually packing things up in boxes, trying to get it done like piece by piece. And yeah, the amount of like procrastinating we did just by playing games and not like doing everything we needed to was real. Gronk's helm. How many lesser vision crystals do I have? I need some more auger stones. God, I need those. Okay. Fortunately, I played a little bit in this account because the auger stones, you need with spirit shards. I think I need 4 for what I need from memory. But yeah, hopefully you can get everything done in like a single, like shipping movement or like truck movement. Because yeah, when we moved out of the next place we lived to like move here, like we had to have like 2 trucks. The first one wasn't too bad because we were just in an apartment and you physically can't fit a lot of stuff in an apartment, so we got away with like 1 truck. Second time though, we had more things and bigger things, so we had to get like 2 trucks for that, so double the price, which is always fun. Yeah, got everything I need there, so I need 1 of you. Wait for that sweet crafting time. And bam, we have an Ascended Helm. So we need to convert the stats on that. And assets. Let's craft just 1 of these. I don't want to like bulk make these because I don't have many of like these materials here on this account. So I want to make sure I don't scuff it up. And shoulders, pauldrons, there we go. Once we have these and we stat swap them, then we have to go over to another character who can like craft a axe that we need. Okay, craft that. Okay, sweet. So there we go. We now have, where did my stuff go? There we go. So we've got our helm there. We've got our shoulders and we've got our legs. So that is a full set of armor right there. Do need to still stat swap something, so let's quickly do that. So I think I need Minstrel's Intricate Gossamer Insignia. The Minstrel's is like just uber tanky, like supporty stat combination with like toughness, healing, vitality, and concentration, which like increases the length of all my boons that I can chuck out. So let's grab those. And we need the Magi's pieces that we just crafted. Let's grab those. We're getting good use out of all our spirit shards in this account. And let's grab all our globs of ectoplasm as well. I think that's everything. And then I need some more. I think that Anthology of Heroes from memory that I need. Okay, we get my 3 pieces of armor and 1 weapon, so I need 4 of these. Beautiful. Okay, now we can actually change the stats on our armor. Okay. Gronk's visor. We'll grab one of our Minstrel's insignias, one of the Anthologies of Heroes, and some Ectos. Nice. So is that MacLane's visor. So that one has the stats that we now need. That's hidden like off the page. There we go. Perfect. So now we go for our shoulders.
Nice gear.
Bam. So that is all good. And now we go for our legs. And that is now all the stat combos we need on that. Deposit all our materials in the bank. I made the mistake earlier of like crafting some of the components I needed for the axe on my main account, and it's weird because like the components for like the armor, you can like trade them between people, so I could send it over to my main account. The components for the weapons I couldn't though, so they're just stuck there on my main account, so I had to drop like another 20 gold just to craft everything, which is super annoying. And I have no use for those materials on my main account, so they're just going to sit there for a while because I've already got like a legendary axe. So I literally just have like no use for them. I can't sell them or anything, so it's just like dead gold, which is great. I'm going to have to like craft myself some obscure axe for like some purpose. Okay, so I need Gronk's inscription. Deposit you, deposit you. We're going to need a lot of Ectos. Perfect D, welcome, welcome. Yeah, it's totally dead gold. Yeah, I have no purpose for them. Like, I have all the axes I need with the legendary, and I only have my 1 class that uses like dual axes, warrior, which I already have, and I don't really play warrior, so it does not matter in the slightest. So let's swap over to our thief. It's a perfect D. We are just gearing up our alt account in a Hillbrand set now, so we're going full minstrels to give ourselves as easy of a time as possible. And then we'll do some fractals later on. Because it's much easier to find a group as Hillbrand than it is as like Condi Quickbrand. Because everyone loves having a Hillbrand and Fractals. I do as well. I absolutely love it. But yeah, if you have like Condi Quickbrand, you usually need to find like a Heal Alacrity Mechanist or something. Okay, so I need... Oh, I crafted the wrong number of these. Actually, no, I didn't. No, that's actually right, because I have a staff here that I need to change. I grabbed one of my spare Calidbolg weapons. You can go and like, if you've already like selected a weapon type and a stat combination, you can actually, for like 1000 Unbound Magic, go and change it. So then you get to like re-pick the type of weapon it becomes and change the stats. Very handy. But yeah, I did grab a staff from a fractal weapon chest there. So I'll be using staff, axe, and shield. Standard fractal Hillbrand fare. So we do need some of these. So I'm crafting a Hronx Reaver. So yeah, it was these. The Deldrimor Steel Axe Blade and the small Spirit Wood Halved. I didn't realize these were account bound, so that sucks. I also need some more thermocatalytic reagents. That's annoying. How many do we need? Need another 30. So back over to this vendor. So how's the rest of your day been, Perfect D? Thanks so much for popping my Jessa stream. It was great to see you there. That bread was amazing. All we had was like buttered bread for lunch, so that was so good. But what have you been up to for the rest of today? And are you down for fractals a bit later? Hronx Reaver. There we go. We can craft the Spirit Wood Halved. And it's good because a lot of the materials, or the Ascended like time-gated materials, I've just been crafting them on my main account daily, even though I don't really need them there, because eventually like they become useful. So Perfect saying this and that. It's been one of those days doing a little bit of everything. Ah, fair enough. Our days have been fairly sort of concentrated on like singular things recently. Today's probably like the most varied day. Like all the last few days, as Jess mentioned, we've just been smashing out our front landscaping. Vision Crystal, so we can use up the rest of those. But yeah, we finally took a little bit of a break from that today to give our bodies a rest. You think you could be convinced to do fractals, but your focus is on Origin? Ah, awesome. What do you mean by Origin? Are we talking like Dragon Age Origins, or are we talking some like different game? Enlighten me. Hronx Reaver. Okay, so we've got our Ascended Axe now. But I'll let you know when I'm planning to do fractals, and then if you are keen, I'm more than happy to invite you along. State of Origin at Rugby League? Nice. So I'm not a big sports guy, so that one would have just gone right over my head if you didn't explain it to me. Guess I can just ask, are you winning? Is your team winning? Who's playing? Who's winning? How are things? So I have no concept, and because I'm in like South Australia, State of Origin just is like not a thing here, even at the best of times. Okay, so we got that there. We have our spare boxes of gloves. So we had like some good Ascended drops from fractals in this account, but they're all gloves. Like I only need one, and instead I got 4. Well, technically 5, but still. Usual Queensland versus New South Wales. Queensland won game 1. This is game 2. Ah, nice. I assume you're going for Queensland then. In which case, it's looking up for you. Yeah, the worst part about gearing this was undoubtedly the +9 Agony infusion. So correct, yeah, you're a Queenslander. I gathered that, so I was right on the money, it appears. Let's grab those. Oh, I need to grab my inscriptions. Rip. Always forget something. Praise be for the SSD that we've got at the moment. I remember playing Guild Wars on like a spinny hard drive years ago, and oh, the loading times. That was rough. On my older like PCs, even when I had like an SSD and a like spinny hard drive in there for like bulk capacity, Guild Wars would always be like the one that would have to be on a SSD. Any like single player games, I can like stomach the long loading times, but in the amount of like loading you have to do in Guild Wars, no, that has to be on an SSD. Oh, when we were out shopping a little bit earlier on our 2-hour grocery shop, I went to Aldi and we picked up, they had like this loungewear set. It's like fantastic. Like all grey. It's basically just a tracksuit. Almost look like I'm in a onesie, but it's good. It is uber comfortable. It's a great purchase. Audi do fantastic clothes, especially activewear as well. I love their activewear. Got those. More globs of Ecto. I think that's all we need there. We need our staff. And keep saying it looks so comfy. It is. It is exceptionally comfy. My favorite pair of pants, they're like a somewhat like stretchy, like loose yoga pant. Oh, they're so good. I was wearing them earlier today, and I just like to just wander around the house because they're like my comfiest pants by far. And yes, I do still like leave the house wearing those pants because my self-esteem is unfallible. Oh, I need another one of the Anthology of Heroes. Terracotta Antique Reaver. Cool, so we've now got a Minstrel's Axe. I still need runes on this. Not runes, we've got runes. We've got monk runes. To manage to do some Ascalonian Catacombs to smash that out. I need another Anthology of Heroes. Good thing I didn't gobble up all my spirit shards in this account. That is good. Okay.
Nice gear.
Now I have to see what gear this one wants. Just check descriptors. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Transference, Sigil, and Concentration. That's what it usually is. Heal Firebrand. What do we need? Yeah, it's Transference and Concentration. I don't need to buy food. Okay. So let's just line everything up so we can marvel at it. But yeah, totally recommend the Audi clothes. They are very cheap, but they're exceedingly comfortable and very durable as well. Good value. Just angling for the Audi sponsorship. We'll get there one day. And oddly enough, I had to actually got a prepaid SIM through them as well, because it was like a super weird thing where I was like signing up for like various Discords and they wanted me to like verify my identity through my mobile, but no matter what I do, it was saying yeah, my phone was linked to some other account, so I couldn't do it. So I couldn't use my mobile number to like verify. So super annoying. So I ended up just getting like a $5 prepaid SIM from Audi in one of my old spare phones, and now that's like my Discord phone. I'll eventually figure out what happened with that, but today's not that day. Transference. Oh, that's not too bad. Not like they're 10 gold each. And concentration. Buy instantly. Did we just buy one? Should have bought two. I don't want to place another. I want to buy one instantly. Like 2 copper difference. That is fine. Still waiting for all this gear I crafted to like max out my armor smith crafting to sell. It's been there for a month. That's never going to sell. We're never getting that gold back. Okay, we've got you. While we're here, we probably want some... Unless anyone's going to like drop ascended food for me, I'm probably not getting on this account for a while. Delicious rice balls. Oh no, wrong one. Rice balls. Okay. Plus 10% outgoing healing. You will suffice. I could do with like some better food though. Is there any like... I'll do a quick check and see if there's any like good food that I can get. Guilds to food. Hello. Jess just pulled up next to me. She's sitting at her desk at the moment. She says hello. Oh, the wiki. Why are you so bright? What have they done to you? Oh. You can see your future in my forehead based on that. It's very slow to load as well. It's probably like waiting for itself to be updated with those like epic patch notes that everyone's mad about. Okay. Oh. Sorry? Oh, I didn't donate $2 to save the wiki. Ah, yeah, so I'm being punished now. So bright. Okay, let's actually... That's super weird. It's like normal on my other screen, but I put it over to like my main screen and it like blows it out. Oh, super weird. I don't know what's happening. Okay, so I want some concentration. Yeah, we all want some concentration. Plus X% outgoing healing. Like not any? Okay, no, there is some. Look like ascended food though. That's no good. Okay, we're rocking delicious rice balls. I'm just gonna have less concentration than we normally would. 20? Yes. And then it's let me check. Which window are you? Bountiful maintenance oil. Gotta have some good food. Bountiful maintenance oil will get 20 as well. 20 is a nice amount of food to have. They can usually last me like a couple weeks. Okay, so we should be ready to gear this character now. Okay, but we still have the base like build template slot. So first build is for Quickness Firebrand. Second build templates for Condi Firebrand, and we'll use this third one for our heal brand. And we've got a spare equipment slot that just has the starter gear that we got, the celestial gear, which is not bad. I'll probably hold on to that because that's still super good. Okay, let's grab everything now. All our armor, all our accessories. Do need to infuse my back piece as well. And attune the rings. We've still got that on our list. Into fractals we go. And I need a full stack of ectos because why not? Let's see. Just bouncing between my material storage, making sure I have things. I'm pretty sure I should. I need some variant of these. And 20 plus 9 agony infusions. That stung. See how much they're going for now. I just had to like send these over from my main account. There we go. It's 84 gold just for them. Fortunately, my main account's like got all the gold, so it's fine. But just send it all over. And honestly, a couple days of fractals before we get there. It's usually 20, 30 gold a day from just doing like tier 4 fractals in this account, so it's not too bad. Let's see. I'm gonna need to go in and buy some stuff to infuse our things. See if I can like remember the recipes. Okay. So I'm pretty sure I can never tell these merchants apart. Is this the one? Maybe? No, wrong one. I think it's this one. Okay, so I need a Gift of Ascension. Yes. I don't need anything else from you. I do need Agonized Essence. Yep, we got 2 of them. And I'm pretty sure I need some of my +1 agony infusions. Which, do I not have any? Oh no, there we go. Sweet. So we've got to duck over to the Mystic Forge and infuse everything so we can get all our agony slots. And yeah, we might be... I was going to say, we might be overcapping a bit on boon duration, but at this point I don't really care. I can always fix it later. Okay, so I might not select stats on my rings and back piece maybe. See how we go. And just see like how close I can get to 100%. Or I could just not bother. Not quite sure. Oh well, we'll figure it out. Okay. So we need back piece. So we did a lot of the Return to Living World achievements. That got us like tons of currency. And from fractals, we were able to just like buy these rings, which was super handy. So there we go. Our back piece, our Globs of Ecto, our Shard of Mist Essence, Gift of Ascension, the stack of Ecto's Stings. There we go. So that is now infused and has 2 slots. And these ones, super easy to do. Just forge. And we'll grab you. Cool, so we should now have the max agony slots we need. Okay. I could very quickly... actually, yeah, let's grab... let's see, just this. And go display capture. There we go. Okay, so let's duck into the build optimizer. So we can actually check this. Oh, that's bright. Fractals, so we're going... Heal brand. That's what we shall rock. Thanks so much for the lurk, Lavender. I hope you enjoy the rest of the stream. Enjoy the rest of your night. Okay, this thing is going to have to change when we eventually get to New Balance patch. So we'll turn off Bane Signet because we're not... Why is that on like 100% uptime? That is super weird. So let's remove that. Let's go for... Add in the food we're using. I want to try and actually like get this correct. I don't have a Jade bot thing on this account yet, I don't think. So let's just disable that. But I also need to work on that. We're going to get no Assassin's Presence anyway very soon, so let's just turn that right off. We've got 162 Agony Resistance. Ignore the stat infusions. Okay, so we have Minstrels. Let's lock in the stuff for Minstrels that we have. All our armor is Minstrels. And we will be dual wielding mostly, so let's go Minstrel, Minstrel. Amulet, you will be Minstrel. Rings, we can still select the stats. Accessory 1, you will be Minstrel. So what I'm doing at the moment is I'm going to go through and just check to see if I can get myself 100% boon duration in fractals, because that's the main thing I'm going to be using this like character for. So I figure I may as well like optimize it for that as best as I can. Because you get extra stats from the Infinite Mist Omni Potion here. And back item I can change. Okay, so we'll choose between Harrier, Minstrel, Cleric, and I might just add in maybe even like Givers on here as well, because that's another reasonable stat combo. Can we get 100% boon duration? Okay, so we just can't. Okay, so let's see if we can go 99. Let's just start working our way down. And for maintenance oil, it's just not really liking it. 95, can you do that? Okay, you can. Now, based on that, I'm just probably going to like lob straight minstrel gear at it and call it a day. Because I don't have like the ascended food, so I can't really like fully optimize everything yet. Okay, so we're on our new build. Let's grab you, and you. Cool, so we now have our minstrel's gear. Let's add in our monk runes to it. Yes, upgrade. Do that. We look so bad at the moment. We really need to play some Fashion Wars on this. Cool, that is now taken care of. And we'll probably hold on to the Celestial Gear. That's not bad. Like, Celestial Gear is hard to come by in general. Okay, so we want an axe, we want a shield, and we want a staff. Nice, I haven't actually equipped a staff on this character before, so we just learned all the skills. Isn't that fun? Okay, so we'll grab back piece. We've got a talisman. We got this by doing some Bureau Marches achievements. We did that earlier today, so that was nice. Basically like a free accessory. It only cost me like some Karma and Eternal Eye Shards, and they're super easy to come by. Oh, I hadn't even selected stats on you yet. Okay, we'll make sure we do that. Amulet. So I think that was Fire Orchid. That was either Draconis Mons or Ember Bay. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure this one was Ember Bay, and this one will be Draconis Mons. Okay. So let's make sure we select our stats. Great Minstrels. Let's actually add infusions to it as well. Did I not select stats on you either? I could have sworn I did earlier. Joys of gearing up for fractals. Here we go. And nothing to go in there. Because the amulet takes enrichments, not infusions. Just going to go straight minstrels. The reason I didn't gear up a minstrel heal firebrand first, even though it probably would have been better for fractals, is because it is just like trash in open world. Like, you won't die, but it's going to take you like forever and a day to do anything. So I opted to go for something that had a little bit higher damage, just so I could actually like function outside of fractals. There we go, so that's all minstrels now. You are all minstrels. So let's go transference in you. And we'll go concentration in the shield. Did I miss some? Not sure if I did. Let's find out. Oh no, I still haven't done any on here. Okay, so transference on you. Concentration. And agony. Nice. So we'll just do this, and we'll play a little bit of Die Wars to make ourselves not look terrible. And by that, we can probably even make ourselves look even more terrible, so that might be fun. And yep, so we're on 162 agony resistance, so our character is geared up for fractals now. So let's go call this Heal Firebrand. What is the build for this one? You can usually remember it is like, it's like Radiance Virtues Firebrand. Oh no, it's Honor Virtues Firebrand. Okay, symbols heal allies. Aegis blocks when it, or heals when it blocks an attack. And we cast lesser symbol of protection when we use a heal skill. So our symbols basically last for longer and they heal people, and we get an extra symbol when we cast a heal skill. So that's the synergy there. For virtues, consecrations gain reduced recharge. That's really good for like our Wall of Reflection and our Sanctuary. This one, basically we go into Tome 2 and then we get some extra condition cleanse, and the passive effect is stronger as well, so more like regen and endurance regen. And nearby allies gain the passive effect of Virtue Skill too, so they like get some extra heal on them as well. And we don't want Dragon Hunter, we want Firebrand. So this one, Tome Skills gain reduced recharge. We want our Mantras to gain reduced recharge. And we got Quickness to allies when we use our heal skill. Sweet. For this, we'll probably run Feel My Wrath. We can usually swap this out depending on what we need if we want like some more stability, but some extra quickness uptime is always nice. Mantra of Solace is our like spare me heal skill. Because there we go. We've given like resolution, protection, quickness, and we had some Aegis already, so that's pretty sweet. We'll use Mantra of Potence, the more quickness. And then we usually rock Sanctuary. And then we can basically leave the other one open, like the slot Bow of Truth. That's usually a fairly good one. And there we go. So that is now geared up. And we are in our finest beige. That's not ridiculous enough. Okay. No, hey Jess, what color should we dye our character? Pink? I was thinking pink as well. Okay. Yes. It is what you're wearing. Looks very nice. There we go. Yes. Now I need another color that can like go with the pink but not go with it. It needs to be atrocious. Orange and pink, yeah, that works. That's a disgusting combination. Oh, we need one that lobbing grenades. Need a color that's not going to go with it. What about a spew colored green? Just so it can look ridiculous. Hey Derwin, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, we are playing some Fashion Wars at the moment. We just finished gearing up our new Hilbrand on our alt account, so we are rocking full minstrels at the moment, and we're just getting rid of the horrible beige color with an even like worse, like pink and probably vomit green color. The unicorn horn headwear, I would, but I don't really want to like drop the gems on this account. This one is purely like supporting our main account. If you're down for some fractals in a bit, let me know, because we're going to be taking probably Hilbrand through, I think. It could free you up from having to play Hilbrand and fractals. So I want some dyes. So where is Chartreuse? Yes, that sounds fancy and terrible. Okay, let's go you. Yes. Yeah, where's the worst part? There we go. And You. Scrumptious. And just put those there. Yes. You've been in Hillbrand jail for a few months now. How have you been finding your Hillbrand jail? It was like me when I was on Chrono and Druid jail. Druid, I think I said that right. Yeah, I was stuck on those for like ages in early raiding days. Okay, let's go. Wardrobe. Where's our most ridiculous axe? Ah, yes, the Chak one. Yes, you look terrible. I love it. I don't have many awful shields, actually. You're pretty terrible. Yeah, that palm leaf one. Yes. Let's see. What bad ones do we have? That's pretty bad. Oh, no. Oh, yes. Basic wooden stick. There we go. Do I have you on this main account? Don't think I do. But if you're down for practicals, let me know. And if so, flick me like your in-game name so I can add you as a friend on this account. Oh, I've got to clean that inventory up. That's like hurting my eyes. Yeah, let's go drop the Celestial gear into our bank, because that's not bad. We can hold on to that. So our bank is looking a lot cleaner now that we've gotten rid of all the gear. Awesome, thank you for that. Add you as a friend. The Perfect D, if you're still watching, we're doing some fractals, Derwin and I, so if you want to come, let us know. Or if you want to keep enjoying the State of Origin, that is all good too. Invite to party. Also, play whatever you like, Derwin. You get your pick tonight. You're free from Hillbrand jail for tonight. Not bad starting gear, the Celestial gear. I rate that very well. And let's see, can I deposit these? Get them out of our bank. So I might just search for some DPS or a lack. Why can I not search? It's almost worth using the level 80 boost just to get the Selly gear. You're not wrong. Yeah, that stuff is like super useful. So much better than the old soldier's gear we used to get. Why can I not do... Oh no, I can do stuff on the LFG now. Don't know why it wasn't letting me before. Okay, would you rather do a lack or DPS?
Customer waiting.
Doors. Let's do T4s and Rex. 4s plus Rex. Lack or DPS. Yes, our character looks terrible. It's glorious. Oh no, we're not showing our back piece. Yes. There we go. It's horrendous. We've got a thief, so I assume... I assume they're going DPS, but Spectre can well go a lack as well. That's not what they're doing. You roll. There we go. We don't need the discretized page open anymore. We know what we're doing on Hillbrand. Okay, so they're on a lack, so just rock DPS, Derwin. See if I can beat the next person in. Beautiful, that filled instantly. I would love a brownie and ice cream. That sounds amazing. Yes, we're eating some of Jess's sweet potato brownies with some ice cream. So apologies in advance, this becomes a little bit of a mukbang channel. I'll try and like contain my enjoyment of it. Okay, let's go eat some of our food. Okay, so what are the dailies today? Let me actually turn off our return to Lake Doric. Cliffside, Molten Boss, Siren's Reef. Ugh, I hate Siren's Reef. It just takes so long.
Eat my dust.
Just bask in our glory. Look at us. The worst thing humanity's ever created. I could probably be like even worse with the armor skins actually. It's not as bad as it could be. There's always room to improve. Okay, what are the instabs? Adrenaline Rush, Vindicators, Convergence. Yeah. A little bit of pre-buffing before these ones. I can actually group them up, so we'll try and remember that. Okay, so won't be too much of note up here. We'll just group all the mobs up, cleave them down. Someone else got the hammer. Sweet. Should be absolutely golden. It feels weird being on like a Minstrel Firebrand after being on any other class, because you just don't die. Turn on our boon duration. Plug in as well. And we'll group some of them up. I'm keen to see how the balance all like pans out at the end of the balance patch coming out next week. It has gone down like a fart in church though, so we'll have to see how it actually goes when it gets in the game. It's good news for like Firebrand / Mechanist enjoyers. Nothing's changed for you, in fact you probably just got better. Everyone else, well, though, not so much. Where's the Conti Cleanse one? There we go. We'll just spam some Conti Cleanse for everyone. Yeah, I might just rock Mantra of Law just for the extra like regen.
Refreshing.
Now we'll have to work on getting Ascended food on this account as well, or at least just being able to craft it. Where when you're pugging, you can't really rely on getting access to food, especially for Healbrand, because you only need one Healbrand in the group, so why is anyone else going to drop food for the Healbrand? Usually their job. But no raid can usually get away with it. Group up some of these with Axe 3. I gotta stop spamming the heal skill. Ooh, thank you. Yes, just brought over some wonderful brownies with ice cream, so that's going to be great in a little bit. So I'll try and nom that mid-fractal. They were probably, I think, about... Potentially could be 2 weeks if I got all my raid clears, but most likely like 3 to 4 weeks before I can get my last set of legendary armor, so that is going to slap. So we can actually start playing our light classes a lot more. Just bring that. I wonder if anyone can see it. There we go. We've got ice cream and brownies. Oh, stop standing in this fire. Yeah, we just gotta hit that. Looks like we still need to charge. Let's bring them in. Bring it in, team. Very nice. And I really would like if you could just like replace the hammer at the start of like each phase and not have to like carry it for these last few, because it's super weird. Like, just ignore that. Oh no. I'm just gonna GG there. Rip. Fell. Oh, sad times. And someone's stuck. Nice. Okay, so we're gonna have to go find the hammer. What was that? Was that nonsense? Gotta go find a hammer. Saving that replay. It's gonna be useful later. Can we replace the hammer again? Gonna hop down. A little hop, step, and a jump. There we go. We've got the hammer now. Go away, awakened abomination. Don't you dare follow me up here. Mustn't fall off again. Where am I? I'm at 17 charges. Thank you, person, for the portal. Oh, Derwin, thank you. Much appreciated. It's always fun when, like, someone dies and they have the hammer. And it's in, like, some unreachable place. Just like I did there. Okay. We're back on track. I'll try not to fall off again. Full beans. And smack that one off the other side. Thank you for the port, Derwin. An absolute legend. Speeding up this fractal. I should be able to grab that if you wanted to drop before we get in there. Oh, didn't want to use the port. Back I go. There we go. Can I grab the chanter? Yes. Oh, why did that knock me back so far? That was sending me straight off the edge. And yeah, I got a charge. Sweet. I've never been knocked back that far by that before. Few kinds of rough. Okay, smack this. And sweet, we've got another port. Oh, why am I stunned? And back we go. And need someone else to grab that from my... Thank you, thank you. And if we can cheekily grab this, very nice. Portals are on point tonight. Almost makes up for me scuffing the fractal. GG. And nom some brownie. Brownie's great. Oh, it is. As mentioned several times in Jess's stream earlier, I have a hard life. Having a fiance does a cooking stream. It's a great life hack. Would recommend. Yeah. Yeah. You're just sassing me. So just wait for our friendos to catch up. That's me to nom some more. Mark Rocks. No, Sanctuary's not going to be overly helpful. Might go retreat, I think. Just retreat to maybe stop some of the blocks. Or some of the big, like, knockdowns. And I probably shouldn't let spam it off cooldown like I just did. Because we don't need that much swiftness. And I could have actually probably stopped that knockdown. Nice to see some Spectre Alack though. I'd love to see it. Minstrel Hillbrand. Like training wheels. So good. I love that full boon bar. Just rock the stab tome, I think. Very nice. What happens if I Aegis that? Oh, it doesn't work. Yeah, I was curious to see what would happen. Nothing good, apparently. I'm coming, team. Just ignore me. Okay, so I think you can block it. It's just that I didn't. Why are you all the way over there? That's a really annoying place for the hammer to be. Grab that chanter there. Perfect. Sweet. Okay, if you want to like live over here, that's fine too.
Unleash the cannons.
Damn that knockdown. Oh, there we go. Yeah, things are looking a little bit messy there. And in my distracted state, I'm probably not doing too much to help. Very nice. We got there. Well done, all those ports. Those were excellent. Yeah, some sneaky ports on that one's fantastic. Molten boss, very nice. I don't have access to any portal on this one, so I can't do the Guardian skip. Hot, thank you. I forgot them as well, Derwin.
Found the prisoners. They're forcing them to mine.
We have to get them out. I wouldn't wish
Just letting everyone know, no port on this account.
Me either. Let's go.
So we may be doing the run. That's alright, let's just run straight through. Aegis for all. Yeah, I was wondering why I was taking like more damage than normal on a Minstrel Firebrand. Pots. I'm not quite sure how the Infinite Potion works, if it seems like reapply whenever you go into Fractals, because at least it seems to for me. But yeah, I'm just so used to that. I'm just like, oh yeah, always got my potions equipped. Don't need to worry. Well, thank you for the double mass illusion. Very nice. There we go, just basically spam everything, get that off the group as best I can. And sweet, that ramp is up, so we can just hustle our way through. And if I can swap off to, yeah, probably not going to be able to like swap. That's all right. Let's just hustle on in. Molten Protector there. Ouch. Okay, I'll try and keep everyone up here. Dodge that. Ooh, that we bleed fire though. Oh, did the boss just disappear? Okay, that wasn't just me then. Let's see if we can break that bar. Yeah, this is what happens when I don't bring Stand Your Ground. Things just go bad. Yeah, dodge that. Yeah, we shouldn't really need, like, projectile reflect. Has he disappeared again? Is anyone else seeing that? Like, you're probably seeing it on my screen, but Derwin, are you seeing him disappear? So that was less than fun. I got all excited because I'm like, oh hey, we've like beaten him. Nope. Yeah, okay, I'm just swapping off to like stand your ground as soon as I get the chance. And there we go. That is now open. Okay, as soon as I get the chance, that advance is going off to stand your ground. Which is not right now, so we're going to rely on that. And that got put in a weird place. Oh no, Derwin. No! Oh, he was jumping through the smoke fields? Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that was weird. Okay. Yeah, as soon as we like, don't group everything up, it's a bit weird. Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing either. After all these years doing fractals, you're still seeing new things, new mechanics. Okay, so I'm probably gonna swap over this to stand your ground and this to sank. And we'll pop a quick reflect down. And I ate like a crap ton of damage there, so let's just heal that up. Oh, we got Vengeance on us as well. Vengeance and We Bleed Fire. That is like the perfect combo to just wreck our day. If anyone wants to head in, I'm just going to eat some more ice cream. Ice cream and brownie is a winning combination. And break the firestorm first. And maybe just some more stab, because why not? Yeah, I gotta get more in the habit of toggling up this stuff as soon as possible. Oh, hi, Addie. You want to say hello? And she wants to get on the couch. Don't you get up on the standing desk when I'm on a boss. That is not nice. A berserker is up. Addie, on your bed. On your bed. Oh, she's up. Hello. What's up, Buttercup? Now, I've got ice cream, brownie, and a boss here, so if you can, like, recognize that and be chill, that'd be sweet. Don't pour at me. You're not getting ice cream. It's good to see you. Oh, she's given up for now. Good thing I played like enough Firebrand so I can still function when I'm getting spoken to by a dog. Very nice. Addie is most helpful.
You can never have too much.
Very nice.
Sharp blades, sharp mind.
Siren's Reef, sweet. I'll check the instabilities. If I need to bring on some extra reflect, I will. And what do we have? We Bleed Fire. Oh, that's not what I wanted to see. Yeah, we're running some extra reflect there. We Bleed Fire on this one is rough. And good quickness uptime is somewhat reasonable. And and just ignore the pocket raptors there. They're going to be great fun for We Bleed Fire. We'll try and avoid the mobs in the maze as much as we can. Because, yeah, We Bleed Fire on those will suck. Oh, we almost broke him. Rip that fear. Oh no, pocket raptors. Go away, please. Okay. Protective dome, that blocks missiles, so I'll probably run this. If we can group all those up. Now, go forth, protective shield. Are you actually doing anything? I pressed you. I'm not sure if you did a thing. Let's try you again. Does protective shield actually do anything? I can't see like a visual effect. Okay, on to the boss. Just trying to get like all the reflex I can. Why are none of my skills working? That's weird. I couldn't tell if I just had like a massive lag spike if my mouse stopped working. As long as it's not that, then we're probably okay. What is that ping? Well, that's fairly normal. Oh, no one cannoned? Oh, no. Good luck, team. That's right, I'll just do like all the reflex I can. Nice, we got it. Clean as a whistle. Who would have thought sweet potato brownie would be amazing? So I'll be bringing as many reflex as I comfortably can.
Those bags of treasure are rigged with movement inhibitors, probably to stop thieves from running off with the treasure.
Just hoink our way over that.
More powerful the effect.
Let's test something. What if you tried sharing the pirate curse with all of your friends? Don't worry, the science is on your side. I took a correspondence course on X's spells and...
Okay, so I'll try and lob this over there. Beefy friend, thank you. So I can grab this one as soon as you wish to be rid of your burden. There's nothing coming around the corner that I need to be concerned with. Thank you. Okay, so if I can just get around here and lob that in there. Perfect. We seem to have... I was going to say we seem to have gotten away without any... Okay, no, there is actually a shield there. Good to know. Thought I was saying we managed to get away without irritating too many of the mobs. But no, we've also lost two of the bags of treasure. Yep, that's looking a bit sus. Shame we can't just use ports for this. Never understood that. Like, that seems like the best spot for, like, portal gameplay. Thanks, Derwin. Run, 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 run. Run, Derwin.
Someone who trusts you is something a pirate would do. Well, thank you, Fractals, for retroactively ruining my childhood. Anyway, let's get that.
Oh, thanks, Derwin. Nice. Just gonna pop down some reflex and hope for the best. Maybe one there. I know another one here. All the reflex everywhere at all times. Yep, and I assume the treasure is making its way to where we need it to go. Sweet. Okay, I'm coming around on Shield of the Avenger. Not a bad skill. Just spam every reflect. Okay, make sure we can grab that last bag. If anyone wants to toss. And just keep up the healing through that. We can just ignore the mobs. And where is the bag? Oh, yeah, we need that to go in. There we go, it's in now. There we go, we got there. And just gonna keep like just tossing this closer to the boat. How is that inventory looking? Not too bad. Do some general maintenance. If that like movement curse could nick off, that would be amazing. Just loving our characters look at the moment. Look like giga trash. Oh yeah, I didn't get that one. I think we grabbed this one first from memory. Ouch. There we go. So does that only reflect like one projectile? That chill. Run, 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 run. Cool, so we'll see if that blocks most of the projectiles. And then we'll probably replace that with a Shield of the Avenger. And then we'll just go another Wall of Reflection. So we should have really good reflect up time. Assuming that Shield of the Avenger behaves as it should. Okay, so we're gonna go grab our next bag of treasure. I'll just waddle my way over. And be somewhere over there, Derwin. Thank you. Oh nice, I haven't been chilled yet, so I can actually like make it back sometime within the century. I was trying to see if that would knock me back, and it did. Thank you for bringing reflects. Could have bought some stab. We have like enough reflects. More reflects. And oh, that knockback though. I'll just start just spamming out some stability now. Really weird knockback there. Someone probably leveled up. Okay, we'll start just nabbing some of these ghosts. So if it gets a bit too sus on the ship, I'll see if I can jump around. I'll keep an eye on the health bars. In the meantime, we'll just like spam all of our cannon shots. Okay, that's looking a bit sus. And we got them up. Go team, go. Oh, Crow is up. Oh, that was a rough Weebleed fire. And just more reflex and stab. Low mine-up time on my part, so let's try and tidy that up. Oof, that's a bad spot for that knockdown. Oh, am I chilled? I am. Going to be relying on my singularity there. We bleed fire though. Whew. It's a spicy one. Ah. Okay, I'm just going to start knocking some of those back. There's just so many projectiles. Back to ice cream. Might be trying that one again. Unless, Derwin, I believe in you. I have complete faith. Derwin, why would you let me down like that? Okay, so I might drop Shield of the Avenger for stability. I haven't dropped Feel My Wrath for more stability as well.
Stealing my treasure and my ship. Only you got stuff on the beach.
Okay, so I'll do my best to try and stagger my reflex with everyone else. Okay, where's she nicked off to? And I will keep an eye. So she should be over here now. Reflect down there. I'll get that off. Well, that works out well. Just pop that down there. Coming back. We're on our way. And another cheeky reflect there. Oh, that's a bad time for it. And I'll try and just get that bit off the group. Where is Crow? There we go, nice. Yeah, if you get that one on with We Bleed Fire, if you don't have like a rev bubble, it can be a bit tricky. Revenant bubble, you just pop it on the boss and you ignore every other mechanic. It's great. I'm curious to see how was it Quickness Herald pans out. Based on my quick read of the patch notes, it does not look like the quickness durations are high enough. So unless you're going for anything other than full diviners, you may be in a bit of a shit spot. And no one wants to go like full diviners. This one. Yeah, I'll just run this for now. We'll just run some like Condi Cleanse so we can bank on the extra regen. Well, having access to the Mesmer pools on this one is going to be super handy. Maybe a bit of stability, because why not? Very nice. Use up all those. Now watch as I get like a swath of Ascended gear, like the night that I've gone through and crafted the rest of my set. There we go, I probably won't bother hitting the... what do you call it? The steam vent. Because as Minstrel Firebrand, I will barely tickle it. Okay, I can do slightly fancy pull here. Thank you, Mesmers. I do like running Axe as well. Opted for Axe over Mace so I can at least have a bit more of a situational pull. Mace is good for the sustain, but Minstrel Firebrand should be sufficient for fractals. Oop. That perma knockdown though. That's rough. Don't knock me down again, please. Can we crit that actually? Oh, we can. Good. It's not like old structures that you find in open world and dungeons where you can't crit or condi them. I remember like years ago when you couldn't actually crit to Quaddle as well, so it actually made more sense to run Soldier's gear because your power or like your precision, and like crit damage back at that time wasn't ferocity yet, I don't think. Made no sense. So it was actually better to run soldiers than berserkers. Super weird time. But I remember like having that discussion with Jess like years ago of like, oh hey, it's actually like good to run this for like this boss. I'm glad they changed that. Anything that, well, especially when you go back to dungeons when you can't crit or condi damage structures and you're on a condi build. Just having like the worst time. I think we have the mist guys, don't we? No, I think we got it. Was it like a mithril ore? I'm coming, team. Just ignore my tardiness. I've been here the whole time. Oh, are they doing like the little leaps through smoke field as well? It's super weird. I guess I'm saying don't forget the guys if you need it. It's probably like an ad infinitum thing. We are years ahead of that for now. So if anyone wants some more fractals after this, let me know, because I can always go back over to my main account and continue the fun there. Yeah, thanks, Rox. Just like completely waddle your way through the steam vents. She's got thief paws, that's what she has. A shadow step on shortbow. But no, I think shortbow on thief is like the best weapon in the game. It's like the most fun weapon. You've got all the possible utility you could ever want. You've got a port, you've got a blast, you've got an evade, you've got a poison field that stuns, all on the one weapon. It's crazy. That is like my favorite weapon. It's been so good that whenever you run like a thief, when you're just like around an open world, like it's just the best weapon you have to have. You can't have like a thief in open world without it. Especially before mounts as well. It's just like the best mobility you could get. Plus all the weird like port tricks you do as well. Kind of I was saying thief for the win. Oh yes, thief is amazing. I need to spend some more time on my thief. I miss playing Daredevil in PvE. And PvP as well, it was always fun for that. This one, yeah, I'll just keep running stand your ground. Keep going with what we've got. Okay, who has what? I think I came back to the game after a while, like when this fractal was redone. So I don't quite understand the mechanics. So I just sort of just bumble my way through and hope for the best. Just saying, you want to play PvP? We'll play some more PvP together. Then you can get mad at me when I don't fight on the point. PvP just turns to like a session of couples counseling. It's great fun. Your favorite thing? I knew it. I know you love it. Secretly, you love it when I fight off the point and throw for the team. I wander over here. I do know they're not meant to be together. You're meant to like pull them apart. And oh, how does that not stop it? Yeah, I swear you used to be able to like stop those like more easily. You like squawking at me? I know you like squawking at me. One day the tables will turn. I'll catch you fighting off the point, and oh, my smugness, it is going to be biblical. Like that meme of Jeremy Clarkson looking smug at the camera, like that's going to be nothing compared to just how smug I'll be. Okay, so I think we deal with these first. You see that face every day? Yeah, you see it when we wake up every day. I just wake up with a smug shit-eating grin on my face. It's part of my charm. What little there is. Tome was I in? Oh, I was in Tome 1. Nice. Oh, rip that knockdown. Interrupt my staff 3, why don't you? Okay, where's he wandering off to? Oh, he's back here. Okay, where's he off to now? Nice. So that is 58 done. We have 30 and 4 left.
Sure pack for invasion.
That's good. Fractals like a decent way to get like extra center trinkets as well, especially if like you're like me on this account, all you do is fractals. If someone else wants to select that, oh, someone beat me to it. But yeah, you can just purchase them from the merchant there. And I don't think they're not unique ones either, which is good. So you can have like multiple of them, which is super nice. I think it's this merchant here. Yeah, there you go. You can buy a Mist Talisman, Pendant, and Band. And you can also change the stats on them as well with an extra item. Super handy. Inventory is holding up well. Let's see. Let's see what else I can get rid of. Probably not too much at the moment. I really just need like more bag storage. There might be one thing I work on. Like if I could get... Oh, if I don't unlock like all bag slots just on this character, that would be nice. There's probably a bit of overkill. If I could get better bags, I think that'd be pretty good. This one, what shall I do? Run Wall of Reflect. Just so when we get to the next group of mobs, we can block all the projectiles. That to like not pull anything. Rip. See if I can pull them together a smidge. One thing I am looking forward to with the patch coming out is that there's a lot more easy access to might generation. So it should be just a bit more of a given that you're going to have 25 might, which will be nice. It's one thing I have found, like in recent times, it is harder to squeeze in might generation like out of a group. And I can stop you too. There we go. All the reflects. Again, nothing that's easier with Rev. This one I'll probably just rock. I'll put Stand Your Ground there, and I'll swap over probably to Bow of Truth, just for extra heals. Let's try and group all these together. We've got a Mesmer. Perfect. Thank you. Might is through the roof. I love it. And we'll just get like more stability because why the heck not? Okay. I remember like ages ago there was like ideally one of these mobs that you like want to kill last because that like determines their spawn for like the next few phases, but I cannot remember for love nor money what it is. And at least on these fractals, you can just sort of like switch your brain off. But very therapeutic. Oop. I know it's probably not that one that you want. Blink, that one's a painful one. So one thing I can probably slot into my rotation a bit more often is doing the blast finisher in the fire field from Tome 1 with Staff 2, I think it is. So let's try that. Okay. And yeah, we actually got a Might Blast finisher there. So we actually did what we intended. Blink is going to be a bit annoying. I'll try and get behind you, Derwin, so I can heal you a bit more. I assume it's working. It's hard. I'm usually just like snapping all my stuff to the boss because I'm lazy. Okay, so see if we can blast some might. There we go. Okay, so I'll try and slot that into my rotation a bit more. It's just going to make it easier to keep up some extra might. So this one I might go full like stability. Saying reflex almost killed you there. Oh yeah, they would. on Plink as well. I think given like I like all Virtuoso's attacks, just like projectiles as well. I do need to play more Virtuoso. It's on my list of things to learn. Again, once I get my legendary light armor, I can actually tinker with builds a bit more. But yeah, I can imagine that will just like wipe you off the face of the map. So we've got Addie's bed back there. I won't turn on Addie cam because she's not there at the moment. Okay, so this one I will do a cheeky bit of pre-buffing. Should be able to just GG Derwin, and you can probably join up with us. You reflected your whole F1 shatter? Ouch. Oh, hello Addie. Hi sweetie. On your bed. On your bed. On your bed. No, she doesn't want to be. Okay, so I'll just do a bit of pre-buffing. And I'll go Stability Mantra. And probably even Hollowed Ground as well. We'll get Addie on her bed in a little bit, and then we can turn on Addie cam. Oh, hello. Oh, hi, sweetie. Oh, don't eat the brownie out my mouth. That's not what we're here for. Oh, there we go. We just like deleted that. Very nice. Oh, hi, sweetie. Oh, you smell. Yaw. Oh, yep. Oh, click ready. I'm trying. She's got control of my mouse hand. Oh, Addie. I'm actually trying. Sorry, team. Addie, down you get. A very sensitive mouse, so any like movement from her, I can't actually click anything. Hi, sweetie. Yeah, on your bed. On your bed. Good girl. Now we have Addie cam. Look at that. Downsies. Downsies, girl. Addie, down you get. Yeah, you don't want to. It's going to defy me. You can sit in your bed. It's fine.
Sharp.
Weirdo. I think she could smell the brownie and the ice cream. She was trying to get it out of my mouth. It's great. This one will go Bow of Truth and probably Sank. Just so we can break the bar on Siege Master Dulphy. I just realised it's named after like the Guild Wars 2 like content creator. Wait, never realised that. Oh, don't know why I was still running the Stability Mantra. I just forgot to change it. And I'll just pop as much stab as I can. Okay, once we figure out the way to go. Not that way. It's not that way. Oh, cool. Looks like someone knows the skip. Sweet. I do have to go through and practice the skip. I'll probably do that like sometime on my main account. I'll just like do the low level one by myself and then like get to this point that I can practice doing the skip. Oh nice, you know it as well, Derwin. Sweet. I'll get ready to be out of GG. Thank you team for doing that skip. And thank you Derwin for being up there doing it as well. I'm sure we'll be told when we can GG. Did we do it? We did. Sweet. Okay, let's maybe just all run in. There's a good tree to stand behind. Ouch. Okay, I'll just GG again. Just so we can get everyone here, or else it's going to be like super annoying. Oh, you fell? Nice. Can't blame you for that. That's right, Thief Friend. We will just need you to GG. Perfect. Bam. Go team, go. Why can I not move where I was typing? That's right. That's right, we can just ignore all that. I really just be swapping back to Quickness Mantra. Oh, not Quickness Mantra, Feel My Wrath. I will do in a little bit. There we go, Feel My Wrath. Oh, we don't have it. Rip. Okay. So we'll do that. Blast some Might. Oh, we did like Condition Cleanse because we must have blasted one of our light fields instead. Maybe just a quick projectile reflect down there. Just make things a little bit easier. And I'll just take this group of mobs here. Actually, it's probably better I like move off. There we go. And pull them over there instead. Okay, now can I put Feel My Wrath on? Maybe once I cleanse that Condi, which I can do in my tome too. Feel My Wrath, perfect. Yeah, everyone gets quickness. Look at that 6k burst on Minstrel Firebrand. Glorious. Very nice. Oh, this is like a really good part, just like practice your burst rotation. And once we're done with these fractals, we can like check our loot and send the gold back over to my main account. No, Addie's gone. I'll turn off Addie Cam then. It's mean. She'll be back. She always comes back. And she loves watching my screen most of the time. I think Jess is probably watching something on the big TV. One of her favourite things is TV time. And she gets to sit with like either one or both of us on the couch. And I probably won't bother too much with pre-buffing. Do I need anything fancy here? Probably not. Spot does a bit more burst damage, so I might want a bit of the burstier heal from Bow of Truth. How much healing does that do? So it's basically 450 healing. 15 impacts. Okay, so 6,750 healing thereabouts. Thank you, Windows Calculator, my most used program. Oh, he's blocking all that CC. Oh, this is like Fractal 4. I don't even need to worry about what I run. Awesome. Thanks so much for all that, everyone. And thanks to everyone for coming along. Always great to have you for Fractals. We'll probably do some more Fractals on our main. At the very least, we'll jump over it and jump over to it and see what's up in a little bit. Let's clean out this mess of an inventory. Let us know if you got anything good doing as well. Bragging about your fractal loot is always a good practice. And Buttery Smooth Fracks, yeah, they weren't too bad. Aside from me like dropping the hammer on Cliffside, they were fairly good. Use up all those. It's so much easier on my main where I have like insane amounts of storage. I use all like 320 bag slots. Best quality of life upgrade ever. I'm going to need to get some more Mystic Salvage kits as well. The inventory pains you? It does. Until you get, like... I feel like the sweet spot is, like, maxing out your bag slots and then getting something like 18 slot bags. That, for me, is, like, the sweet spot of, like, okay, I don't have to worry about my inventory that much anymore. Anything less than that, and I feel like I'm just fighting the inventory. You're still working towards full 32 slot bags? Oh, that's a good goal. You're going to absolutely love it when you get there. It's one of those like it's a very excessive like quality of life upgrade, but oh, having 320 bag slots, you're just like, I never have to worry about my inventory again. Like, you can play for a full solid day and your inventory won't be full. Makes it really good for like processing unidentified gear as well, because I think it's actually like a reasonably cheap way to get like materials you need for crafting. It's like just buy a crap ton of unidentified gear and then like open everything and salvage it. Oh, you got 2 reinforced Olmecan bandoliers on your Mesmer? Ah, nice. I think I do have one of those on my Necro. Is that the one that you can't actually like compress the gear in though? Because if that's the case, I hate that one because I have one on my Necro and I can't like sort the gear. It's really annoying and it just like triggers the remnants of my old OCD. So that's no fun at all. Boreal trunks are a great way to do it. They're very good value. It means that eternal ice shards are like always perpetually valuable. Okay. I didn't get any ascended chests today, but that is okay. So we can start sending some more gold back to our main. Buy 30 of those. It does, but use it to store consumables. Nice. I used to do something similar with like the like safe bags, or the ones that you can like store things in, you can't sell them, or the invisible slot bags. That's it. Yes, I was using those for a while back when, before the legendary armory came out. I needed like lots of ascended gear to like swap between. I'd always like store them in a couple of those invisible bags and then just like open my inventory and toggle between them. That was like the quickest way for build switching. Also back in the good old days when Arc DPS actually had the superior build template tool, where you could actually just like link up your builds in Arc DPS and it would go through and just like change your gear accordingly. So you just have to have like all the stuff in your inventory and it would take care of it. It also worked with, I think, legendary gear as well, I think, where you could like go through and swap the stats on the legendary gear. It would take care of it for you and had infinite like slots for storing like builds and everything. Oh, that was chef's kiss. That was perfect. And then ArenaNet came out with their own objectively worse build template system that you have to pay for. Yeah, and then they had to no longer use that, which is sad because it was incredible. So I have 52 of those. I have 37 of them, so I need another 15 of these. That sounds amazing. Oh, it does. If you didn't have the pleasure of using it, my condolences. It was so good. And you could just like rename them like anything you wanted. And yeah, I just had like a window open on the right side of my screen just on every character of like, yeah, all the different like builds and gear templates I need, and you just like click between them and it was done. It was really good on my thief because I had like gathering builds that, you know, were like just effectively perma stealth, just max swiftness, all that, just like quality of life stuff I won't use in combat, and just boom, just toggle over to that and it doesn't use up one of your scarce inventory slots. Place order 15. I was around before you started getting into endgame. Okay. Yeah, if you're not in endgame, then you don't get much use out of it. But yeah, I've almost got all the build and equipment templates unlocked on my main Revenant, on my main account. But yeah, that's really it. On the other ones, I've usually only got like a few unlocked. I basically keep it at the minimum until the point at which it becomes like a huge inconvenience. Then I'll usually cave and buy some more with some like gold to gems. There, we get to play some inventory wars now. And hopefully I can get my fractal encryptions to come through. I don't like leaving the stuff unsalvaged in this account. Of course, I won't deal with it until tomorrow. Use up all those. I've got a good number of keys from that. Okay, let's see how we did for gold. I mean, what you've got. Buy one of those. Sell everything. 35 gold, it's not too bad. Okay, didn't get any rings, oddly enough. We got like 2 fractal spoons, so that sucks. And whose value is part of a collection? We can sell you too. Delete you, you, and you. Need to go through and refine all my things of silk at some point. But that's a problem for another day. Just deposit you. You can go there for now. So I'll just delete you. Not even worth the time it takes me to sell you. And bring those over. Got some mystic coins we can send back over as well. 52 stabilizing matrices. Anything else juicy that we can send over? Not really. Nothing else that's really worth. You'll probably send over the elaborate totems. Okay, let's send all this back over to my main account. Oh. No, I don't want to destroy my stabilizing matrices. That is sad times. And we can send, I like to keep 20 golds. If I send 15 gold, 87 silver and 25 copper. There we go. My main account now has that. Brilliant. Well, thanks very much for coming, Derwin. I'm going to jump back onto my main account shortly. Let's see. Always having randomized passwords. Like, look them all up. And just exit to desktop. We get to stare at a black screen for a little bit while I log back in. I use game capture rather than display capture normally. I think it uses like slightly less like resources, which is nice. So I do have Guild Wars 2 launcher, which will like go between all my different accounts, but it doesn't play well with OBS because I have to like mess around with administrative privileges and stuff. So I usually just use like the regular Guild Wars launcher when I'm streaming, whereas outside that I'll use the launcher so I can like do it without having to remember all my passwords. Okay, we jump onto our main. I do need to do like just some very quick like daily routine shenanigans. If I could grab like some CMs and T4s, that'd be pretty sweet. But we now have a heal brand on our alt account, so that is awesome. So now we can Condi quick brand, slightly scuffed like DPS build, and full heal brand. So we're pretty set for fractals there. There we go, 320 bag slots. Let's maximize that. Oh, that's good. That is very good. Yep, just do not need to worry about inventory wars at all. Okay, where's the best spot to craft or gather? Heart of Magumus, that's not really a nice place. So we'll go Radasum. Because Heart of Magumus is like the Heart of Thorns map, so I can usually get that from various guild halls. But I think the Radasum home instance is usually like the quickest for me to deal with. At least with the materials that I have. This is like reasonable gold each day, particularly from the ascended like crafting materials you can get each day as well. Like each batch of these is usually around like 4.5 gold. I can't remember the amount of like profit you get per, because it costs you a bit of gold to like craft the actual like varietal mint seed pouches, but it's not bad. Might be something like 50 silver profit per, and you get 12 each day, so... No, it's not 50 silver profit per, no, that would actually be crazy. They don't even sell for that. But it's a decent amount. Okay. I like to have my inventory open so I can, like, do this quicker. So after you, like, get them each day, you have to replant them. Which I forget to do occasionally, then I'm like, oh great, I can't like get them again for another day. Yeah, back when there was a time when I wasn't doing like much actual content in Guild Wars, I was just like using up some of my excess like money and stuff to craft legendaries. Usually all I do is come in, grab like these dailies like I'm doing now, and then go on. I'd had enough gold, so it was probably about like 2 months of just gradually like logging in. Or did I like use one up unnecessarily? Can't remember. And yeah, just working through legendaries before I'm like, I actually need to play the game because I ran out of spirit shards.
You can never have too much treasure.
Not that I wasn't enjoying the game, I was just like super busy with work. Didn't have the time or the brain space because I was just exhausted. And it's great, every time I select this, I hear the sound effects for Bolt go off in my headphones, so it's quite loud. I think it's less loud for you lot because I've turned the volume down, so it's no longer as obnoxious. And we have Lay Energy Matter Converter. I just tend to grab the machete by default. Not good right now, Spirit Shards. It sucks. And the only thing you can do is just like play more of the game, which Not a bad trade-off, but it's not really something you can like you can do it quickly. The quickest way is like open world meta event trades or trains like Living World Season 4 things and popping all the experience boosters you can, which is why I do like having the Candy Corn Gobbler on my account. So if I do want to just like do a lot of open world, I'll try and auto click that for a little bit so I can get a lot of experience buffs, because that does add up. And also having all your masteries unlocked as well. That goes a really long way to like speeding up the rate at which you gain spirit shards. And 27, cool. So I can do my daily charge quartz crystal. I need to actually turn these into gold. It's just a bit inconvenient to do it. They've got 140 there that I don't really have a use for. Because yeah, I think you can... Usually what I do is craft like some celestial weapons or armor. And then sell that for the profit, because it's not bad profit. Like it's a couple gold profit per... like charged quartz crystal, but there's only, as with like most exotic like weapons and armor, you can only craft a few of them like each day and sell them before you start getting undercut. So you don't want to craft like a stack of like 250 of a piece of exotic armor, because they'll never sell. So you usually want to do it, I find like batches of like 3 to 5 is usually a good amount. You basically want to create an amount that, or sell them at an amount that doesn't look suspicious to people selling them on the trading post, I find. Because if I go like celestial gear, bum 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 bum, I go armor, we go, want to go celestial. Oh, there we go. So if we just like look at one of these, let's go the coat. You can see people are only like selling this, like selling 1 1 4 1 1. Basically lots of 1, there's 1 of 5 there, so you want to basically fit in with the group there. If anyone sees like a stack of 250 being sold there, they're just going to be like, no, I'm just going to like undercut you by 1 copper. But you don't want that.
You can never have too much treasure.
And people won't buy it as well, because they're like, oh, someone will just like post it a bit cheaper. And you'll be sitting there for like months with just gold locked up on the trading post, not able to be used for anything else. I found that a lot when I was crafting various runes for profit as well. Not like a great like percentage return, but a reasonable like amount. Like say, runes of tormenting, when they're about 10 gold a piece, I was making like 10% profit on them, which was still like 1 gold. Yeah, that checks out. 10 gold, 10% of that's 1 gold. Yeah, that works. Yeah, still making like 1 gold, so usually I'd craft like a batch of like 40 or so, and then like gradually sell them off over a couple of days, and that was fairly like easy gold. I'm waiting for Winter's Day, because apparently runes of snowfall are quite good to craft in terms of like profit. If I can take a look. I'll check what's actually going good at the moment. Gold generation calculator. Let's pull you up. Stream controls, display capture. There we go. Okay, I think that's still updating. There we go. So we've got runes of resistance. They're not too bad. So they're actually crafted using the tier 3, like the mist essence, your max tier 1, your shard of mist essence. You actually craft them using that. So that's actually pretty good profit. So it's like 1 gold 20 per craft. That's 50% profit right there. That's very good. And tormenting, that's like 15% profit at the moment as well. But your runes of snowfall right there, they're like 20%, but I don't have the recipe for them. Can only get that at Winter's Day, which I don't have yet, so I need to get that at some point. And we got that, and now we can do other guild I'm in. It's good because this one's actually has the End of Dragons map, which is super handy. Because you get obsidian shards from this one as like the material. Now, so we managed to tick off one of our dailies there. I'm a bit sad that Heal Vindicator has been like bopped with the next patch, because they're removing Alacrity from the Salvation trait line in Revenant, because they're giving Herald quickness. And because Salvation is like a base Revenant line, you don't want like a Herald. Well, let's say you don't want that. Arena doesn't want a Herald that can do both Alacrity and quickness, because they want like builds to only be able to do like one of each. Because if it could do like permanent Alacrity and permanent quickness, then you just like roll condense all of that into one class, which you don't want. So they're removing it from Salvation, removing Alacrity from Salvation. That's got daily there, sweet. So yeah, now heal Vindicator, which was actually like a cool build because it like extended the boons that everyone had, as well as like provide some more of its own, and provided Alacrity. It was super cool. But yeah, when it doesn't give Alacrity anymore, there's no point to using it really. At least it's my understanding. I haven't even had a chance to run it. I just looked at it and went, oh, that's cool. Anything that lets Vindicator be used more, super keen for. See if there's any cheeky raids going that I haven't done yet. Done most bosses. Does the boon extension only affect 5 targets now? I'm pretty sure it does. Let me take a quick look. Where's my power Vindicator? It's this one. Oh, we're getting very close to 24,000 achievement points. Nice. Imperial Impact. Drop from above. Let's see, yeah, it's number of targets 5, number of allied targets 5. So dodging now grants boons to allies and inflicts chill on struck foes when landing. Extend boon duration for allies upon landing. So yeah, you get like a 2-second boon duration. So what does it give me? Yeah, so I got Vigor, Protection, and Might. See where that actually came from. Okay, so I get Vigor from this trait here. I'm pretty sure... Yeah, there we go. It's Protection and Might from that. What's really fun is when you run like Rune of Fireworks and you get... let me see, what does it actually give me? Customize. Really fun open world build. Yeah, you get 6 stacks of Might, Fury, and Vigor for 6 seconds while in combat. So you dodge and you just get like slapped with all these extra boons. It's great. I'll run my Stamina Greatsword there. But yeah, it's super fun. Ah, you were thinking of Herald? Ah, yeah, I'm pretty sure that does as well. I don't even have a Herald equipped on this character. And I don't want to mess with my build templates. I'll check it on my next one. But in the meantime, I want to see what this dodge does. Did you not do it? Oh no, I didn't actually select the stuff. Customize. Actually need to select you for everything. There we go. I had like 5 of one rune, 1 of the other. There we go. Instantly we're at 21 Might, Protection, and Fury, and Vigor. Super nice. Okay, so we'll jump back onto our Fractal Revenant. But yeah, I'm pretty sure with the patch at least, it's making it so the boon duration on Herald only goes to 5. Oh no, it might already do that. I'm pretty sure it already does. Because if it didn't do that, Herald would be good. If it went to 10 people, Herald would be amazing. But it's not amazing, so it must go to 5. That is how the logic works. And bum 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 bum. Yeah, Facet of Strength, yeah, 5 targets. Sucks. Doesn't suck like it. It's what it is for every class. Oh, I need to actually change these around. I want Fury on that one. I want Swiftness there, Might there. Is how my muscle memory works. Okay, let's see. Are there any cheeky raids that we need? No, there's just someone who wants to buy a guild bank. And there doesn't appear to be anyone doing... what do you call it? The fractals are fractal structs. I can't remember. I've said a complete like brain fart. Oh, I did see something pop up there. Forging Steel for weekly. I do not want to do that. This one wants DPS, lack, and heal. Yeah, let's quickly do that. Let's just say we're doing a lack. I'll actually go in squad chat. There we go, we're doing a lack. So it's voice, so they're probably going to want some stability, so I'll run power instead. But yeah, I'm curious to see what they do with Herald or how it pans out. They're asking, what do you think of the change to frac potions for precision? Isn't that where they're making the offensive one mean it doesn't give you precision, it now gives you like vitality instead? I'm rather indifferent to it because it's always been, it's not really a change that impacts me a lot, because there's the weird thing with fractals where because the stats you get from those potions, like optimally you have like different builds for fractals and rays if you want to like truly min-max, but because like precision's more impactful for power classes, so you obviously want to like crit cap. So if you're playing like power in fractals, you're going to want like less precision, so less like assassin's pieces than you would in raids. So it probably like it simplifies like the builds for them. But at the same token, it's also like a bit annoying because it's just like depower creeping everyone, but in a bit of a weird way. And like it's totally out of line for like the fractal like offensive potion as well, because why would the offensive potion give you vitality? I think yeah, it just like simplifies things a bit, but it's a bit of a weird way to do it. I think it's also because they just don't want precision coming from external like factors outside your traits, your weapons, and like sigils and stuff like that. It's like it's a bit of like a consistency thing. So they're obviously getting rid of like Spotter and Banner of Discipline, because a lot of power builds you have to have like very different builds, not very different but slightly different builds if you don't have like a warrior and a ranger in your party, which is super like annoying. No one wants to do that and you don't know what to optimize for, so I guess removing it just makes it a bit more streamlined. Of all the things in the patch notes, that's probably the thing to be like least mad about. It's just a bit weird. And fractals, you're already like power crept enough as it is. Better actually eat some food. Oh hey, I'm actually running like the wrong class. Oh well. Yeah, I think this is the one that has like less boon duration, because this is my fractal build, so it has like less boon duration than the regular raid build, and I don't have quickness. That feels bad. Yes, at least you can use one build for fractals and raids for DPS now. That's very true. It's super annoying that ideally you have to have like separate builds if you want to like min-max, which if you're like me and you like min-maxing, like, yeah, it's a nice thing. Oh yeah, not having quickness is really messing with my rotation, outside my usual just messing with my own rotation. Yeah, skills are not activating as quick as they should, so it's messing with my energy timing.
This is our fight. Time for a revolution.
But yeah, part of me would like it if, yeah, you could just run, like the same build for fractals and raids. I'm sure there's probably like some way they could go through and do it. Just make it so like the fractal potions just gave you like, nothing that impacted like your stats, I guess, but maybe just give you like some special effect. Like maybe we'll just give you like special, like, not like separate to regen or something, or maybe just an extra like, yeah, if you deal with anything with like boon duration, it's hard to think of anything that's going to like work outside of messing with your rates. Just pardon me brain farting. I'll actually pop down some stability there. And I'll just hold off. And there we go. Yeah, I just wanted to hold off until I built up the energy so I could actually pop down my stability road. Nice. That's why stability is great there. How are we going for profit shards at the moment? At 360, we can probably start working on some of the runic light and medium armor. Might work on the medium next because, well, heal mech and alack mech are looking even better than they otherwise were. So I might play a bit more of those. One of the changes I do like with heal mech is they're making it seemingly a bit easier to not cancel your skills with the mech, because it's very easy just to cancel them if you like cast them at the wrong time. So I'm glad that I don't have to deal with that anymore. Well, have to deal with it less.
Shiny new crystal would cheer me right
Okay. So do I have any of the runic gear? I don't know. Let's check. Do I have like a bank thing on this character? No, we'll just go to Sanctuary. Not going to need any Ascended gear for quite some time. And each day that goes by, I need it less and less because we get more and more legendaries. I'm probably going to have to get another axe at some point as well so I can run dual axe. I'm sad about Warrior though. I don't play a lot of Warrior, and I probably won't after this balance patch either. Because yeah, the quickness it provides, like, it's hard to get any quickness that competes with Firebrand. Firebrand is just like too good. We don't have any of the medium gear, so what does the runic medium look like? It doesn't look too bad. It looks a bit like the Canthan gear, actually. Worst things have happened. What's the light look like? What looks better? They look very similar. What will I play more of? Probably go for the medium because it's harder to play Fashion Wars on a medium class because butt capes everywhere. So let's maybe go grab some of that. And then we could like finish off the achievement to get all the runic stuff because we have the runic cape now, which is great. That's good fun. Saying you feel ArenaNet will buff the quickness elect for new classes if it's underperforming. Yeah, I agree. I think that would probably happen as well. I remember a similar thing happened with Quickness Scrapper back in the day. Like when they first introduced quickness to it, it was a bit meh. Then I think a patch or two down the road, they buffed it up. So it was actually like a functional quickness spec. So I'm sure that'll probably happen over time. They probably want to be a bit more like conservative to start with. But still, with things like Firebrand, where it does like good DPS, just as like Condi Quickness Firebrand, and it just has so much baked in utility with its tomes and its like awesome utility skills. Like no matter, you know, what build you bring, it's a really hard one to compete against. And also because like you can provide quickness like effectively, especially in fractals, off like two utility skills, like your heal, which you just use anyway because it's a great heal skill, and your quickness mantra. Everything else you can sort of just like swap out. Whereas when you think about like Alacrity Spectre, you have to have like 3 wells on your bar and you have to use them on cooldown irrespective of like what their functionality is in order to get your permanent Alacrity uptime. So whereas Firebrand gets away with it with like 2 skills, both of which are already good skills, and yeah, having like the rest of its bar free, it's much harder for other classes. And also for Revenant as well, when eventually you get Quickness Herald, when I think it's you get quickness whenever you consume any of your like facets, which do I have it on here? I do, yeah. So we activate like all our yeah, facets there, and then when you go through and consume them, you'd get a certain amount of quickness. Or you'd have to run like full diviners to be able to do it, which kind of sucks because like this one, your Facet of Chaos has like knockback as well, which you probably want to save for CC. This one will have like soft CC as well. This is a stun break. It's all stuff like you want to use at like key points on your bar, so if you like spam it, you're going to have a bad time. You like the idea of Condia Lac Tempest? I like it too, and I hope Ellie gets some more viable specs that are like easy to play. Because when you compare like, yeah, even like playing Weaver to playing like Firebrand, it's just like so much easier to play Firebrand. You have so much more utility and you're so much more survivable compared to something like Weaver where it's like breeze and you're on your back. Not sure if you can heal Tempest and Alack without sacrificing the aura heals. I did see, yeah, there was like conflicting traits there where you had to, yeah, take the Alacrity one, you lose your like Giga heal one. Which that was the best thing about Heal Tempest, was that it had like insane healing. It was like so much better healing than Druid and Firebrand. It just had like less of the key like utility and boons that they had. I think Heal Tempest actually provided like good boons, like it wasn't bad, but it didn't do quickness, and it didn't have like Druid's like knockback utility. Stop talking, I want to buy runic armor from you. I'm trying to give you profit shards. Let me.
Zuno described it as subversive, fascinating, and pretty good. I need quality crystals to continue my groundbreaking research. None of that low-grade human garbage.
Stop talking. Smoxy, stop talking, please. I'm done with the roleplay now. I want to get off.
Which I assure you is great exposure and could land you a dream internship with the Inquest.
There we go. Okay. So that one I get the coat. Yeah, let's just buy some of that. Some of that. And yeah, some of that. We can get 3 pieces of the medium armor. So let's rock that. Go talk to our newfound friend over here. Okay. Medium armor, there we go. Oh, we can gobble up some of our karma, actually. Nice, and I could just like buy the rest, but that's an insane amount of gold. That's like a really bad idea. Nice, let's just salvage that with this one. And that is a really efficient way to get yourself 6 globs of ectoplasm. Really good use of money. There we go, we got those. What else is up? More cheeky raids. Oh, someone just wants to do that. We could do IBS Easy 5. Let's do that. I'll go HS. I'll go Heal Scourge, because that's always good fun. Good to see Heal Scourge actually getting some buffs as well. Because we can use like Heal Scourge outside of groups that are just like bad and die. Because that's like where Heal Scourge really shines. Outside of that, like if no one's going down and you've got a Heal Scourge, it's a bit like, meh. You provide like less boons and less healing than other people. But yeah, if people are going down around you, ooh, that's when it's like absolute stonks. And let's see. Which one's our Heal Scourge? Build template 2. Very nice. So I'm rocking the Magi set at the moment, so I get to rock a sweet, sweet 34k HP. And wrong port. But yeah, I'm keen to try like the Plague Doctor set. Like the more offensive version of it. If you can actually put out like somewhat decent damage and the insane like utility of Heal Scourge, it's good fun. But yeah, because I don't have legendary armor, it's just never been worth it for like a build that I play on Bone Skinner and maybe Whisper. And cool, I actually do have food. What food does Heal Scourge actually run? Like, I know it runs like the healing food. What utility? Let's just check Snow Crows. I haven't checked it for ages. They don't even have Heal Scourge up there. Might be on Hardstuck, we might have to look. Let's see, controls. Display capture. There we go. Necromancer. Heal Scourge. Yeah, you're running Magi's. Okay, so it's just bountiful maintenance oil. Am I running Mercy? I'm pretty sure I am. It's been like a good couple of years since I looked at the build. Oh, we're using Flock. Why am I using Flock? Let's not do that. Oh, actually, no, I can just like change my stuff. You don't even have legendary runes equipped. What is this? It's gonna be a bit annoying now. I'll just go cancel. Upgrade. Don't make me do this. Yeah, why am I not running this? Oh, it's going to be like super annoying. Okay. That's okay. We can just like wait while we do the Shiver Peaks one, so we can just like equip our actual build and just be like greedy little leeches and just get the port at the end. Sub 1 DPS. I'll run like DPS Scourge for this, but I need to actually fix this like clusterfuck of a scenario. This will all be fine once I have this done, but for now, just let me... Why do you have a legendary rune? That's super weird. Why does my Aqua Breather have a legendary rune, but my armor doesn't? Like, what did I do? Which of my ancestors did I piss off to do this?
Commander, heard you're headed back into the pass.
This is a much better
Give me that.
rune than Rune of the Flock. Oh, but I lose my 10% maximum increased health. No, I'm not going to be over 30k HP anymore.
Find another way up.
Mercy? Okay, I think I have the right runes now. Sad I don't have over 30k HP. Do I have a Jade bot? Oh, I've got my novelties there. I don't. Oh, I don't even have a Jade bot core equipped. No. Okay, carry me to success, team. Let's go Condi Scourge. I'm just gonna run. No, I can actually run decent food. I'll run that to start with. That's right, I can use some of my cheaper food. I was just going to run like heal food and not bother, or even just run no food to start with. And this one I can't epi off anything. I may as well actually run Summon Shadow Fiend. I have faith, team. Just do the jumping puzzle for me. I still can't believe my Aqua Breather had a legendary rune, but my actual armor didn't. Someone's asking for birthday cakes. I do actually have birthday cake food, but... Actually, yeah, let me just use it for them. Bum bum bum. There you go. You can have that food. Oh, did I activate, Blood is Power? Yeah, no wonder I, like, nuked half my health. That's a great utility skill. Just need 7 legendary runes now. Oh, yeah. 7 legendary runes is good. I do have that on this, character. Oh, no, I scuffed my rotation to start with. That's alright. We don't need to do much on Iceberg Construct. Oh, can we reach top DPS with our scuffed rotation? I'm watching it. We're getting there. We're almost there. I hate that it goes invulnerable. And there we did it. We're at the top now. Now can we hold it? Hold. Oh, did I not use my elite skill at any point? It's a great showing of Condi Scourge. No, I don't think we're going to reach the top now. That's alright, we don't deserve to be there. A disappointing performance. How many profit shots did we get? Must have got a lot.
Sounds like that worked out okay.
Someone's like, I forgot rotation. You and me both. Sorry, we all forgot our rotation. It's been a hot minute since I played Condi Scourge. Yep, I'm just rolling with it. It's been a hot minute since I played Condi Scourge recently. I used to play it all the time. I need to play it some more in Fractals because it's just so nice to play. Keen to see the chrono buffs though. I'm glad to see other Mesmer specs getting some love. That's very nice. Brainier. Nice, we've already done this one, but that's alright. Oh, we can do Epi. We can just like cheese our way to the top. It's good. Let's go Epi. And hopefully we don't need to use our Signet of Undeath for anything. Well, we can if we want. Yeah, it's interesting to see how like Chrono can do like both alacrity and quickness. It just has to like pick between them. Really interesting. Yeah, if we can get in the middle. Nice. Now, do we have stability? I do. And that's all that matters. Oh, we're not doing, was it the voice? Looking forward to that with the increased area too. Oh yeah. I have not played Chrono in like legit years since I did the rework. Like I have not touched Chrono at all. But yeah, I am glad to see it because when I saw like what that radius was, I was like, oh shit, that's actually like awful. No, my stability. Team, please carry me. There's no point in me even using that. Don't make me run like whatever skill it is that gives me stability. Trail of Anguish. I love the priority like rotation of Scourge. Yeah, this boss is like super annoying, the amount of like times it goes invulnerable. It just messes with you like your burst rotation, which someone's obviously like run into here. That's good. Don't like pay attention at all here. I'll stand right in the middle and stab. Aww, no stab. Oh yeah, I didn't get hit by that. That's always nice. Stab. Yeah, I think I got stabbed. Good times. Could bring my own stab, but that'd be no fun. And I think now on my alt account, I should have all the masteries I need to actually unlock the chest, because I didn't have that for the longest time. So I was like, oh, I'll go do like some strikes on my alt account, and can't unopen the chest. I'm like, oh, that shit. Yeah, we'll see how things pan out with the balance patch. I wonder if they'll even like delay it. I don't think they will. But yes, the community has gone well overboard with their reaction. Just a balance patch. No need for calling for people to be fired. That's right, I'll probably even swap to Heal Scourge on Whisper? Or no, maybe not. I'll actually grab some of these buffs. There we go. Don't know if I'll run Heal Scourge on Whisper. I'm going to say I trust this group implicitly and that I don't need to. Okay, just waiting on our last person to come in. This one I can actually cheese stuff with Epidemic. So how are we at with Prophet Shards now? Can you convert like Prophet Crystals to Prophet Shards again? Oh, they're in voice chat. That's right, I probably won't be joining them. It's too late for me. Once we get our ready checkup, I'll start maybe pre-stacking some shades to pump up my Condi duration quicker. Let's check my traits actually. Cool, I'm not running any punishment traits, so there's no need for me to be running sadistic searing. Everything else looks about right. Okay. Let's get R3 up. There we go. Oh no, Devil Pie, you're wasting my shades. I really wish, like, when you come into the encounter, if you have the mastery, it will just give you this buff, because then you avoid instances like this where one person comes in late and you have to wait for them to actually get the buff. Like, you just auto attack it and you get the buff. It's a really weird, like, oh no, you have to like attack this to get the buff before you can do anything. And the old someone hasn't pressed ready check. "10-person content. This is the true end game of it. It is waiting for 10 people to ready up. And then we can press the epidemic button and watch our DPS just spike. Glorious. Loving the DPS that you can hit on this one. There you go, just like swap over now. Can we get a cheeky epi off? I don't think we landed it. Oh, we could have over there. That would have been great. Actually get on the group. There we go. Oh, get the cheeky epi. Yeah, based on like the virtuoso DPS, I need to give it more of a shot. Oh, that's like perfect timing for them to die. Yeah, I've never seen it done like as like in time as that. That was very good. Very satisfying to see. I'm going to put all of that down to my epidemic though. So team, I'll be expecting my payment in Mystic Coins within the hour. Okay, probably going to go over to... we do Whisper. Nah, I might stay off Heal Scourge for now. Gonna bring Worm though, and hopefully I can place it correctly. We'll find out very quickly if I don't. If I like wipe the group. The best part about playing Scourge on this is knowing that you have the power to completely destroy the group. Summon Flesh Worm. There we go, we've got our buff. And it's knowing that Worm doesn't operate on the like snap target to current target, because it's super easy for things like Wall of Reflection on Matthias, where you need to reflect. You just like lock it to the target and then just press your Wall of Reflection and it will be in exactly the right spot. I wish that was the case with Flesh Worm here. Well, I can see how like most cases like you wouldn't, because you normally have your Flesh Worm like to be off to the side so you can like pour it away, especially in PvP. But I wish there was an option to do it. Oh, we're still waiting on Devil Pie. They've probably got a regular hard drive, not an SSD. I'm saying that's the cause of their lack of punctuality. But yeah, if anyone knows any like good Aussie Guild Wars 2 streamers that are online at the moment, let me know, because in a while we'll be looking for someone to raid. Miss my 34k HP. Although good that I'm actually running the correct runes now. What am I running on this one? Am I still running like Tormenting? No, we've got Nightmare. That's good. It makes sense. And now can we start spamming our shades? Come on, Devil Pie. Ready us up right now. Oh. I should probably put them like right on the boss spawn here. There we go, a little bit closer. There we go. We've got all our shades up in a somewhat reasonable position. Now we just get to go through our regular DPS priority rotation. And try not to nuke our team with this. I really miss the old Tormenting Runes. They were my favorite to run on just regular Scourge because it's only like a minor DPS loss, but in exchange you just got Giga Sustain. It was hilarious. For ages, I just ran them like in place of Nightmare Runes because I'm like, use like a tiny amount of DPS and my life is just easy. But then they changed it. And I became sad. Gotta re-memorize my DPS priority a bit. That is an annoying attack. Just because it only interrupts things, it doesn't really do much damage except if you're on like 2 HP and you take full damage and you instantly die. That's not like a fun mechanic as it is a weird quirk of the game engine. I'm in an arms race with the Virtuoso here, trying to max out the DPS charts. You get a heal signet. Sorry, Veta, no heal signet for you. Not for lack of trying, I would have if I could. Oh, and I really need to fix up my shades. Okay, now I need to actually pay attention because I need to place my... Okay, right. Oh, that knockdown. Oh, no. Oh, right there. Let's see if that worked. If not, team, remember me as I was, not like this. Hey, it worked. So one of us worked. Commander, oh, you're up. Sweet. It's always a good feeling when your flesh worm works. And it is the worst feeling when you do it slightly off to the side and you wipe half the strike missions because they're half the raid, but not quite true. I'm really curious to see if they like nerf that mechanic. Because if they do, Whisper is going to be like one of the worst strike missions. It's going to be worse than Bone Skinner. Actually, no, as long as the Lack Rev has bubble, which we don't have a Rev, Bone Skinner will be okay. We're going full Heal Scourge now. And our Mercy Runes should come into play now. I can't believe I've been running without Mercy Runes for years. Rip me.
Time to do some real damage.
And bum bum bum. Now let's see if we can all step to the left. I don't want to run Corrosive Poison Cloud because I'm probably going to get more use out of Spectral Grass pulling in all of the wisps rather than preventing a few projectiles. Whereas we've got 2 mechs, we've got a Virtuoso, so we should have some form of projectile reflect covered. Sad no Rev with bubble though. And to the left. No one got yeeted by that, so that is good. I've got you, Devil Pie. Rub, 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 rub. Oh, I've got you too. It's alright, Skokietis. And we'll pull some things in. And apparently not. Let's actually stand on the group to not like spread this out too far. No one got eaten by it. Oh, get ready. We're gonna get some big... Oh, there we go. Yes, some big Heal Scourge energy. More Heal Scourge energy. Oh, this is gonna be a big one. Oh, yes. Look at it. The Heal Scourge is trying. I can't quite do 10 people. I take my payment in Mystic Coins. Okay, we got there. We salvaged that. Oh. I could just like stop pressing my Oh yeah, I'm not gonna... Oh, for the commander I'll use my Shroud 4. Yeah, you get it, friend. Might just stop using my Shroud 4 just to troll. And get some Alacrity for peeps. Oh, it's gonna be a big one. It's gonna be juicy. Yes. You get a... one of them. Oh, just... Stop trying to make me earn my keep. I don't like it. I just want the boss kill. Ah. Oh, come on, team. You can't die that much. You need to be a bit closer. There we go. Okay, Heal Scourge has like justified its existence. Some of the Mesmers like killed themselves with a continuum split. I've been there. It's great. So much fun. Yeah, that's slightly terrifying when 8 people went down. Not like my ego needed any more boosting. Now it's just to the moon. But yeah, like we smashed out some strikes, did some fractals on our alt account. Alt account's now geared with a Fancy Pants Healbrand, so that's very fun. Can't sort my inventory there, so that sucks. That's why I don't like it. I need to really just change out that for like an 18 slot bag. I really do. But yeah, let's see who else is online at the moment. I have not raided SMG Phoenix at the moment. I think let's give them a shout out? Let's shout out. A Freudian slip if I've ever seen one. SMG Ionix. Oh, it didn't work. Rip. That's alright, we'll copy it over. Can we like not copy? There we go. Oh no, not my... Don't try and raid my email. Yeah, there we go. But awesome, look, thanks so much everyone for tuning in, and look, thank you to Derwin again as usual for coming along for Fractals. We are going to be raiding SMG Phoenix at the moment, who is doing some Guild Wars 2 and is apparently doing a Fractals only stream by the looks. New players are welcome according to the title. So look, everyone pop in, say hi, and look, and I hope you have a great time watching them. We'll be back again probably on Wednesday. We'll see how we go, because getting the Wisdom Tooth removed tomorrow. So I'm going to be in a little bit of a rough shape, probably for a day or two after that. Should hopefully be okay for streaming on Wednesday. If not, you might just hear a bit of like for the entire stream. But yeah, I'm sure everyone will understand. But for now, tell everyone that, well, say hi to SMG Phoenix, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening / rest of your day. Cheers!